you so much, Marcus, for joining us today. I'm sure we're all going to benefit from your expertise. Now, before we get started, something that I always do, even though this is a real estate channel, everyone knows that I love music. So I always ask, what's in heavy rotation? What are you listening to right now?
Gospel. I stay listening to gospel all the time. Anthony Brown, all the top names. I'm not good with names, but I'm great with songs. But gospel, yeah. But I listen to all music, all genres, Afro beats, reggae is in there, jazz, smooth jazz,
Yeah, yeah,
classical. So yeah, I love all music.
good, nice, nice. I actually just downloaded a reissue of one of Coltrane's albums, one of his live
Awesome.
albums. So I've been listening to that a little bit.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah,
Coltrane is a good
nice,
choice.
nice.
Good choice.
Well, let's do this. How about you introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are?
Hey everybody, my name is Marcus Elligan, Mr. Money Expert on social media. And basically, we specialize in providing custom mortgages and building financial and generational wealth through real estate. I'm the owner and president and co-founder of Mortgage Experts as well as Money Experts. And our main goal and focus is to build wealth and help our clients do that.
Excellent. Now, first things first, can you walk us through that process? First of all, does a mortgage lender do? What do you do? How do you actually help home buyers?
Awesome. Great question. So we actually are a mortgage broker, and which allows us to have relationships with many different banks to make sure that we can help every single borrower that comes across our desk. So we're not captive to, let's say, Bank of America or Rocket Mortgage or Quicken Loans or what have you. We have relationships with all of them and then some to make sure that we could get our clients the lowest fees, the best interest rates, and the best loan programs so that they can purchase and refinance their homes.
Nice, nice. So that kind of leads me to my next question, and you've answered it somewhat, but what's the difference between a mortgage lender, a broker, a banker, just
Great
a
question.
different?
Great question. So mortgage bankers and lenders are, your Bank of America, your Rocket Mortgage, uh, your banks, your traditional banks. And, you go to them and you ask them for a loan and based on their guidelines, they'll either give it to you or not give it to you. Well, every bank has different guidelines and specifications of what type of clients they want or what type of loans they give out to certain people, or as far as credit worthiness, income, and so forth. So, a mortgage banker as well as a mortgage lender, they're captive to what their current bank allows.
Gotcha.
The beauty of a mortgage broker is that I can talk to Bank of America, I can talk to Rocket Mortgage, I could talk to Quicken Loans on your behalf to see if they're the best fit for you or your clients. And basically, I'm able to shop around for my client instead of the client having to go to bank to bank to bank. We actually help with that process by knowing what lenders will approve you and what lenders will or are best for your situation and your goals.
Nice, nice definition. Now, what collaboration do you have with real estate professionals?
So we are a mortgage broker, so we have relationships with real estate partners. And if you're in need of buying a home or selling a home or even a rental, we have relationships with many different realtor partners, many different real estate brokerages to help our clients purchase and sell homes.
It's good to know who to contact for services like yours from a real estate standpoint to be able to put them in contact with people like you. So
Exactly.
let's talk about that mortgage process. Now, what's the very first thing a buyer should think about before applying for a mortgage?
Great question. How much can you afford?
Mm,
So we encourage all of our clients. We actually help our clients create a budget if needed, and we give them tools and charts and different things that are necessary to do so. And but the main thing is how much do you feel comfortable paying every month for your mortgage? And then we have to think about how much do you have saved, or will you need a program or what have you. So those are the two major things that you should start thinking about. How much do you have saved? Do I have access to capital? And how much do I really want to pay a month? Or how much can I afford a month, I should say?
Right. Now, something you said actually makes me think about a common misconception that some of my first-time buyers have. They hear that I have to have that 20% in order to get approved for a loan, in order to get a home. But you mentioned some programs with based upon how much you've saved. Can you elaborate on that?
Great question. There are many different programs out. So I encourage everyone to talk to a mortgage broker to figure out the mortgage broker is going to know the plans, know the down payments, know the programs, know what fits for you. Because each program has a different guideline, each program has a different specification of who they'll give the grants or the money to. So it's very important to talk to a lender or a mortgage broker to weigh your options and see what they can do for you. But we have programs where we have 100% financing. We have 1% down programs. We have 3% down programs. We have 3.5% down programs. If you're a veteran or if you are buying a home in a rural area, that's 100% no down payment. Now you still have closing costs. So it's very important that you also calculate down payment and closing costs together. Typically in this area, in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, it costs about 8% total to purchase a home. That includes down payment and closing costs if you're not using any programs.
Nice, nice. Good information. Now, one of the things that we have our clients do when they're looking for a home, before we take them out and so forth, we tell them, let's see how much you can afford. Let's get pre-approved. But that begs the question, what's the difference between being pre-approved for a loan and pre-qualified for a loan?
Great question. This gets asked of us all the time. So we're mortgage experts. We are going to fully underwrite your file. We are going to scan your file with a fine-tooth comb, and we're going to look for any discrepancies. We're going to treat your file as if an underwriter was looking at it. And this
Mhm.
is the pre-approval process. Basically, we're going to look at your pay stubs. We're going to look at your tax returns. We're going to verify your employment. We're going to look at your bank statements. We're going to look at your debts and pull your credit. So this is all detailed in a pre-approval letter or a pre-approval, and this allows you to have a much stronger offer when you're searching for homes. A pre-qual, most experienced agents do will look at your pre-qualification differently than a actual pre-approval. And here's the difference. A pre-qual is when you give me information over the phone verbally or online, and I haven't verified anything, and I'm just going off of based off what you've told me. And that is a surefire way to either lose money. It's one of the biggest mistakes people make when they're shopping for homes, going out with a pre-qualification. Some lenders do that and give that out. I'm not going to mention any names, but pre-approvals are very important to us because when we give you a number, we want to make sure that you are able to actually buy that home. And if you spend any money on home inspections or appraisals and so forth, we want to make sure that you do not spend that money unnecessarily. With a
Okay.
pre-qualification, you could possibly do that. It's plenty of times I've seen people get pre-qualified with other lenders and they get denied at the last minute or a week before closing and they come to us. Sometimes we're able to help, sometimes we're not.
Mhm.
So a pre-approval is much stronger than a pre-qualification. That is a great question.
Thank you. Appreciate the elaborating on that. Now you mentioned mistakes. What's the most common mistakes that you have people make during the mortgage process and how can they avoid
Great question. You're on a roll. So
it?
thank you. Appreciate it. So one of the biggest mistakes is quitting your job or
Mm,
changing jobs. Now you can change a job. It just adds a little bit more time onto your mortgage process. So I'm never going to tell anybody to don't take that promotion or what have you. Just make sure you're in communication with your lender so that throughout the whole process, so that we can streamline it correctly, so that it is calculated correctly. Another mistake is opening new accounts or applying for credit. Please, during this process, do not do that. Unless you actually speak to your lender may say, hey, we can do it. They may say, no, please don't. So communication is everything. And communicating with your lender throughout the process is very important to make sure that there aren't any surprises and you do not get denied on your loan. So don't go out and buy a car. Don't rent that furniture. Don't buy the blinds or the curtains or what have you. Like just wait until closing day, and I promise you, the next day you can go out and do whatever you wish. Um, so those are the two major mistakes that people make when purchasing a home.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've said, no, let's wait to buy that car.
Right.
Let's wait until you get
Exactly.
to your home. Exactly.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Well, how do you help people who may have challenges with their credit to apply for a loan?
Great question. So we actually have two plans. If you're ready to purchase a home now, great. We'll pre-approve you. We'll get you a pre-approval letter. You could go out and shopping. If you're not able to purchase a home right now, we will give you a plan. We will give you a
Mm,
detailed roadmap of what to do on how to fix your credit and get your credit scores up. Now, yeah, so either way, whether you're ready to buy now or later, we will have a plan for you to be able to purchase a home either today or hopefully tomorrow.
sure, thanks. Now, there's probably some first-time home buyers who are watching this or will watch this. What advice can you give them on managing their finances now before they enter that buying process?
Great question. Save, save, save. Budget your money. Find a tool to know and manage what is coming in and what is going out. You can definitely contact me for that. I have several tools for our clients to help manage that, but we need to know what's coming in and what's going out. So I encourage everybody to review your bank statements every month. Find out what's coming in, what's coming out. Do that for at least a year, maybe even two, because some subscriptions are annually, some subscriptions are every 2 years, some subscriptions are monthly. So you want to know what's going out and what's going in. And then the key is to start tracking it. How much did I spend on Uber Eats yet last month? How much did I spend
Mm,
on fast food last month? How much did I spend? So when you're more educated on your money and where it's going and what it's doing, you have a much better chance of creating a surefire financial plan to keep your money safe and have enough to be able to purchase a home. Because when you get that home, there are many expenses that come with it after. You have to buy new furniture, you have to buy plates, you have to buy blinds, window coverings, So save, save, save. I encourage everybody to save.
yeah, what really good advice. I know even now I've had my home for a while and I'll download my Amex statement. I'm like, we paid that much for uh having food delivered to the house. So
Exactly.
definitely you
Exactly.
want to stay on top of that. Stay on top of that.
Exactly. One side note, cancel Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, delete it from your phone. I promise you, please, 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 please delete it from your phone. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm done.
It'll save you money. It'll save your waistline as well. Cooking at home is always better. Just a
Yes.
side
Or
tip
go
for
and get
everybody.
it. Or
Yeah.
go and get it. Uber Eats have the same meal, if you go in, is at least 3 to 4, maybe even $5 more. And then that's not even including delivery. So you're paying almost $10 more for a meal that you could have gone and drove to get yourself, or like you said, go to the grocery store and start cooking. So save, save, save.
Yeah. And so now we know that Uber Eats will never be a sponsor for this particular podcast. So let's switch gears just for a little. I know that you don't tell the future. You don't know exactly what's going to happen. But what trends do you see in the mortgage industry right now, including even the fluctuation in rates? What do you see happening? What do you see going on? Where do you think we're headed?
Great question. So mortgages are getting better every day as far as interest rates. Mortgages are always on a roller coaster ride. But I would say they are forecasted to come down. Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But from what I'm reading, everything that I've known, I've been in the business for 20 plus years now. So I've seen the ups and downs, and I pretty much know what moves the mortgage rates at this point. And with everything that's happening, I believe mortgage rates are going to start to come down. We're forecasting low fives, maybe high fours. I doubt
Mm,
we'll ever get to the threes or the twos again. It'll have to be very something would ha we would have to it would be very bad for everybody if we
yeah,
actually went to the threes and twos again. Keep in mind, it was COVID. Nobody was working. People were getting laid off. The economy was very bad. So that's another point I want to bring up. When the economy is doing great, interest rates go up. When the economy is doing going bad, interest rates go down. And again, I don't have a crystal ball, but I think it's time for a correction.
yeah, yeah. One of the things I tell people all the time, and you want to pay attention to interest rates. You want to see again how much you're going to pay, but the right time to buy is when you're ready to buy because
Exactly.
maybe the interest rates are going down, but the price goes up, and so you really need to figure out how much you can spend and then go from there. And so you get great advice, great advice. Now, what is the most rewarding part of your job?
Oh, I love my job. I love my job. Helping people purchase homes, helping people with their finances, helping protect their assets. It's nothing like giving somebody the keys. I was just at a closing the other day, and it's nothing like giving somebody the keys to their home, and especially their first home.
Yeah,
It's an undescribable feeling. I love helping people. I love helping build generational wealth through real estate. And I also I love helping people protect their assets from taxes, from penalties and fees and so forth. So it's an amazing job. I love what I do. And the smiles on the faces, or when I'm able to send their kids off to college after a plan we created, or even unfortunately in the time of untimely death, I'm able to help people in that situation as well. They don't have to do a GoFundMe, or
right,
they can actually get a check and bury their family with peace of mind. Yeah, I love what I do. It's an amazing job. It's an amazing feeling. And yeah, it's all about loving what you do.
yeah.
It's not a job to me. I love helping people and I love educating people as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. Appreciate that. Now, what is maybe one unique situation or surprising situation that you've encountered in your journey?
Every file is different. I've helped NFL players, I've helped MLB players, I've helped minor league players. I just was able to help a US Olympian. He's fighting for our country right now. Just learning or hearing about different peoples and ways of life and meeting different people and building those relationships is very unique. I wouldn't call it surprising, but it would be unique to, be a part of somebody's life where I help them purchase that home, or I help them create that plan or trust or build that generational wealth. It's an amazing journey.
Nice, nice. Well, I have one final question. If you could give one piece of advice for someone who's considering buying a home this year, what would you tell
Use us.
them?
We are very passionate about what we do. We basically encourage our clients to get educated before just buying a home. So there's plenty of seminars out here, there's home buying workshops and so forth, but you actually get that personal service with us one-on-one. You actually have a home buying workshop with us when you work with us. We're great people. I've known Joe for years and we've done business together over the years. And that's my best advice. Use us and save money. Yeah, that's the best thing. And once you talk to us, hopefully you get a good feel. But um, better than that, work with somebody you have a great relationship with, or somebody that you like. If you're having conversations and you're not understanding what they're saying, or you can't comprehend, what they're trying to do for you, then we might have to move on to a better fit. So it's very important that you like who you are doing business with, and making sure that you know, like have that good relationship and that rapport.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So tell everyone, how can they get in touch with you?
Great question. So my name is Marcus Elligan. I'm Mr. Money Expert on Instagram, TikTok, as well as Facebook. You can reach me at 301-945-8300. And you can also email me at marcus@yourmoneyexpert.com.
Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Marcus, for the time that you spent this morning. I'm sure many are going to benefit from it.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me. And if you need anything else or want to have me back, please feel free to let me know.
Absolutely.